So in the last episode, we sealed our Europa League fate with a little bit more to do today, as despite that, we've still got to focus on the Premier League. Last time out, we got some good results, but this time, we have a big trip to Manchester, and I mean big. Hey guys, and welcome back to the West Ham United career mode on FIFA 21, episode number 7 now of season number 2. Cooking with gas, as today, I didn't mean to go backwards, we have Nantes away. This is for top or second in the group, which we actually could simulate because we do have a 3-point lead over them. It's just that we've got to do better than them on the night, and they've actually got to beat us. If we draw or win, we are going to finish top of the group. We are definitely going through, as after that, the Manchester trip. We are away to Manchester United in the league, then midweek away to Manchester United as well, so we're going to stay over for them 2 days, get a bit of sightseeing done, I think, go around the museums, is that the Carabao Cup? Yes, it's the Carabao Cup. Then we have Wolves, then we back to Manchester less than a week later to play Manchester City, and then we have Swansea and West Brom, which is probably going to be in the next episode, along with a bit of transfer time, as yeah, very excited for this one. I know I say that a lot, but genuinely are. So we play these on the Thursday, the Europa League Thursday night, and we might simulate this one. I don't want to play Manchester United twice, but seeing as it's both really important games, I think I've got to. Yeah, we've got to do better in the league, so this is the team. Randolph, just for the experience of not losing the game, get us over the line with him instead of Jordan, who will play in future, with Johnson, Niakate, Ogbonna and Masuaku, so experienced, but still not the highest rated, with Felipe Anderson, Declan Rice, captaining the team still with Aribo and Abbott, the youth player actually getting his second appearance with Lanzini and Benedetto. I was going to go for Knight, this guy on the bench who's just come from the academy, but his stats look a bit woeful so far, so we're going to leave him for now. Hopefully this team will get it over the line, done and dusted. Just don't lose the game, boys. If we don't lose the game, we are completely fine. If we draw it, like 3-3, 4-4, I don't care if we've conceded 4 goals. I just want to get us through, top of the group, then focus on the Manchester clubs, which is priority number 1 today. So what is it going to be? Please don't come second, as we do get the win. I thought it was the other way around then, but no, we were away from home. So Benedetto misses a penalty in the 2nd minute. I'm guessing he taps it in afterwards in the 3rd to get his goal. Hammond comes off the bench after half-time to get his, and then Bamba with a reply, but Benedetto to get his brace. So we will be finishing top of the group, and I honestly don't know what that means for the draws. We've received 5 million as well. Very good sum of money, but we are 10th in the league, so we'll all be giddy and happy about how that's just gone on, but we've got to improve this league position, and Manchester United isn't the easiest team to do it. At least games have gone on around us, which I'm going to have a look actually. Zoomed in on how far away we are from United, who are in 3rd, and the Europa League and Champions League spots, because we really should be in the Champions League, improving on last year, as we are 8 points away from Chelsea. We are 11 points away from Manchester United, who we just play, and then Europa League, I'd say, is 6, although Aston Villa got in 7th, and we're only 3 points away from that, so we might be able to get there again. And I hate to say it because it seems like I'm being pessimistic, but I think our best chance at getting into the Champions League is through winning the Europa. So as focus must go back to that after we've focused on the league up till February. With Dragowski in goal, Kufal, Zima, Ogbonna and Aarons are the back 4 with Hammond, Rice, Souček and Anderson. Hammond now... Something just fell off my screen. Now 81 rated with Goncalves 82 and Mayoral 80. It's a very nice little team, this one right now, so it's growing, and of course it's beaten Liverpool before. We'll beat the nosy neighbours as well. And there he is, Ole, Manchester United. Probably the best time to play them in real life, of course. Maybe not in this game, because we all know what happened on penalties the other night. If you don't, I can't believe you don't, because that man right there who's just walked past had a bit of a stinker, didn't he? As this is the team we are going to be playing. It's going to be David De Gea in goal with Wan-Bissaka, Phil Jones, Lindelof and Tellez at the back. Phil Jones in there with Ogbonna and Donny van der Beek. Dan James, Bruno Fernandes and Pellistri with Anthony Martial up front. It's going back to a normal Man United squad. No Upamecano in there. Greenwood isn't playing. No Rashford, I don't think. Don't know if he's transferred or not. And of course McTominay and Harry Maguire are now Tottenham players. I thought it was so weird seeing them two make the switch. It's just unexpected to see United players going to Tottenham, but Tottenham did get in the Champions League of the rivals as Wan-Bissaka gives away an early corner to us here. And I mean, Martin Noble was the star last time we played these. Yes, they still beat us, but he did get his goal on his retiring game at Old Trafford as Goncalves is offside. Bit shocking that as Souček wins his header into Declan Rice. Now on to Hammond, who goes back in the middle to Rice again. Round the corner, Souček in the middle now to Goncalves. So we are slightly creeping forward, but we can't really get that ball off. Lindelof in the way. So we're going to go again from Declan Rice to the side of him. Souček with a bit of a run on here and hits Phil Jones. And we've been pretty decent in the first 20 minutes here at Old Trafford as Koufal with a switch of play. Dodgy touch though. As shots-wise, nothing really going on, but definitely possession-wise, we've held a lot of it. It's now on to Paul Pogba. Now on to Bruno Fernandes as well in the midfield, pairing with him as he goes backwards into Bruno. Just got to keep watching them and hopefully not give a penalty away as Koufal read that again. And there's a free kick somewhere in there and I don't have a clue what for. So Bruno Fernandes has got the ball at his feet. Half an hour into this game and nothing really happening except Bruno straight over the bar. That was an absolutely shocking free kick as now it's a Diop around the corner into Declan Rice. And I see the run from Felipe. No, it's Goncalves. I've got to remember who's central and who's not as Goncalves is in the middle as it's a pass into Mayoral. Turns and shoots as it just couldn't beat his Spanish teammate David De Gea in the goal. As this man who is on flames at the moment just treacles it wide. So very close as it's now onto Issa Diop in the back. Man United just standing off. Donny van der Beek, I think he's in CDM, isn't he? Because he's not getting forward that much and we're getting past him with ease as now David De Gea passing it out from the back into Phil Jones. United's team just does seem tired. Maybe it's the Champions League that's running them down. As the ball's now onto Bruno over the top to Wan-Bissaka. As they're going to come at us here, but a poor pass straight to Diop. This first half, honestly, been pretty simple as Van der Beek and Paul Pogba exchanging the ball into Zima, who had to get out a bit better than that, I think. But Bruno tackled by Issa Diop. Give it to the side now into Thomas Souček as we're going to run at them here. Just before half-time will be a perfect time to score. Souček still going. Now lays it off to Goncalves. Long shot, but it's blocked straight away as Mayoral can't hook it out. Lindelof reading him. And I think it is going to be half-time as there we go. 0-0 at Old Trafford in the first quarter, I'd say, because we've still got to play another half here. And then a full game again midweek against these. So the first quarter 0-0 against United and got to just be a little bit better in terms of shots, I'd say. I mean, possession-wise, we're doing all right. Man United are growing into it, but for their standards, I don't think they're really at them. As now it's round the corner into Goncalves, now onto Declan Rice, as we need an overlap here. Max Aarons, it's Hammond on the ball, gets it to Max Aarons. Can we try and get across here to the back post where there's a man running in Souček, but never to him. And Palestri here with the ball, tackled though by Thomas Souček, as now it's on to Felipe Anderson again. Round the corner to Koufal. I've put some changes through as well as Felipe Anderson is going to come off the field. Pretty poor punch that. And Declan Rice, because I've got to think of the cup game as well. We can't put a youth team out. We've gone pretty far in the Carabao, so we've got to try and win that as well. As that ball's in the middle. Hammond with a tackle, but will be United's ball. Afoyalan and I think it's Joel Aribo coming on. Yeah, as we've got to just keep United out now. 0-0. I think we'd be in the better team, so I don't want a 0-0, but I would take it at the end. It's better than taking it against like a team below us in the league, as it's Koufal now on the ball again. He's had a lot of it in this game, but Alex Telles to pass it out just under 20 minutes as Donny van der Beek. Bruno Fernandes making the run in front of him, does get it through to Bruno as we've got to watch him, and Max Aarons has come across. It's left James through, and Dan James has scored for United really late on. It's a mistake from our youth player Max Aarons, really, or not a youth player, but young, inexperienced left back, as it's threaded through straight to James, who's going to celebrate with Solskjaer as well, who doesn't really play him much, and it's poor football. Look at this, Bruno, I just had to get two men on him, but left the man at the side, who drills it in the bottom corner. Might not be the best start to these two games, or three, if counting City in Manchester, as got to get this ball across right now to Aarons. Redemption arc, maybe, but passes it straight to Wan-Bissaka. And Joel Aribo with a rough tackle right here with 10 minutes to go. Gets a yellow card as soon as he gets onto the field. That ain't good, as we've got to try and defend this free kick as well, as we just want to get to the other side of the field right now. Just save it, Dragowski, and put it down, but it's over the bar, as almost every free kick from Man United just does that. Whistles straight over it as Diop to the side of him, into Zima. We must get forward very quick. Souček with the turnout, now into Aribo. And we've got some passes off here. Benedetto's now on the field with Goncalves supporting him as Pedro Goncalves tries to cut in on the books of Liverpool at one point, and he gets taken down by Phil Jones for a penalty to West Ham United. It's the second one we've had against Man United. We had one first time we played them and beat them at the London Stadium. And it's old Salmon Boots the culprit. Get in there. They've made a change up front as well, but we have to score this. Souček's on it. I don't really want him on it. I'm going to give it to Benedetto. He's got the best penalty taking, although he's just come onto the field. Bottom right. And that was literally David De Gea's penalty he took in the Europa League the other day, but just even slower than that. So we haven't took the chance as the cross has come straight into Benedetto again and into David De Gea's hands. We've bottled the chance to get the equaliser. Hold your head down in shame, Dario, because you've just come on the field, could make an impact after your brace in the Europa League, and he's missed the bloody penalty. As that ball's going to go straight through to Dragowski as well. And I don't know what we can do. We've got added time now to try and get another point, which I thought we deserved all three at one point, so I am not happy to be losing this game as Joel Aribo, just charging forward to be honest, allowed the room. As Goncalves through, but it's straight to Phil Jones. And that is the final whistle. Manchester United have won the league fixture. The one we didn't want to lose, as we will stay or even go down from 10th position after a really poor result. I'm trying to turn them around, I really am, but Dan James's goal, the difference. And we did do really well in that one. That's the frustrating thing as, oh well, we play them in the quarterfinals next where I think we'll both have to rotate. We'll know each other's team because we've just played that one. So I'm guessing like Phil Jones won't be playing, Martial might not be Van de Beek, Bruno, Pogba, hopefully. As yes, I would really love to go with my strong team to get this result, but I've got to focus on the Premier League again at the weekend with Wolves simulated, so I need players fit for that. As we're going to go with the team that actually won in the Europa League as well, against Nantes. So Randolph is the Carabao Cup keeper in goal, with Johnson, Niakate, Ogbonna and Masuaku at the back. Trust him with Felipe Anderson, Declan Rice, Aribo and Abbott actually getting his first experience with me playing him this time, so hopefully he's good with Lanzini and Cam and Benedetto up front. Just need to change the bench around like Knight. I think he would have played in that Europa League game, but not this one as Goncalves will come on the bench. Had a decent outing last time, just in that game against Man United. I'll keep Alexandra there and Hammond as well, with Aarons on the bench, who made the mistake for the goal. And I actually don't know if he's going to take a little bit of a break or not. Masuaku does play well when he comes in the team, so I'm going to have to see how he does against United again. And Manchester United's lineup, David De Gea in net again with Wan-Bissaka lifted off Upamecano and Tella. So they actually saved the better centre-back for this one with Galbraith and Van der Beek in CDM. Don't know who Galbraith is. With Visca, Fernandes, Traore and Martial. So change the wingers as well. They had a plan going into this one. No Luke Shaw again though. They're picking Telles all the time, as I guess it is FIFA and they'll go for the highest rated. So here we go. It's double vision. We're playing United again. As we're chasing the victory this time, we need it. No added time, please, with Wolves the weekend as they win that header from a little free kick Ogbonna gave away, but we have received it again. And speaking of Angelo, passing it out to Masuaku now. He's going to try and go down this wing. Felipe Anderson in front as it goes through to him. And there's not many runners in the front of him as well, as now Declan Rice round the corner. Felipe Anderson with a whip in. It's going to Dario Benedetto. And it's a penalty kick. Lindelof must have handballed it this time. No foul in there at all. And we have chance to redeem ourselves against United in the space of a week. We didn't have to wait long for that one, as yes, Lindelof, it might actually hit his chest, you know. I think it's a very harsh one. As do we give Benedetto it again? Oh, he's just got the best penalty, so I am going to, as it's against David De Gea, and I'm going to try and bluff him by going the same way, but top bins this time. No chance for him, as he dived the right way, but just couldn't reach it, as Dario Benedetto rewrites his wrongs. This time, he don't miss. I would have liked it in the league as well, but still, I'll take it in the cup if we didn't get it there, as we are 1-0 up in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup against Manchester United. Still a long way to go, but that is very good. Felipe Anderson right here, going to carry on. We've learnt from our domination in the last game on possession against United. They just let you have it because the CDMs aren't conventional CDMs. With Abbott putting a cross in, and it's reached Benedetto. That was a perfect chance for his second. Or it was even Lanzini. And Abbott assist, or an Abbott assist, should I say. It's very hard saying that name, Abbott. all the time it's going to be just hard saying Abbott, Abbott, Abbott. Hopefully he doesn't turn out to be one of the stars in the team, but then again, I do want him to be quite good. As Benedetto now on the ball. Anyway, the Argentine falling backwards as he gives it into now Joel Aribo around the corner. Now it's Abbott on the ball again with the ball in. Easy one. And Benedetto. Oh, it's Lanzini again. Why is he always in front? And why does it look so similar to Benedetto when it's not zoomed in? As he should have buried that header. Chance for two easily right there as we haven't taken it. And Manchester United on their first attack of the game. Oh dear. It's Martial now into Visca, but Ogbonna with a cruncher. Love that from the centre-back who is falling down the pecking order a little bit, but looks like he wants to redeem himself as Declan Rice with the ball forward as well, looking to go in behind to Felipe, but Upamecano reads that. And Donny van der Beek with the ball over the top right there to Galbraith, who gives it back to Lindelof. Now to Donny van der Beek again as they look to go forward here to Manchester United into Galbraith, who, oh, we almost got to tackle him with, as Fernandes. They're just pushing forward a little bit now. Donny van der Beek, as seen as we missed that last chance, it seems like Man United are getting on top a little bit, and I don't like this possession they're keeping. Dominating in the last couple of minutes, like Everton did, though, because they're not moving forward, as that is a ball forward, though, onto Van der Beek, who's missed the target, and the man who usually doesn't play hardly at all for Man United, didn't even play in the final the other day, misses the biggest chance. So that's a bigger chance than Lanzini's, really, but kind of on par as well, as that was one-on-one. As Declan Rice, can he put someone one-on-one here? Yes, Benedetto threaded through. Lanzini at the back post. It's a hard one for him to control, but he puts it back across net with a wrong timed finish, but someone could have jumped on the end of that, as we're going to take the throw in as well. Felipe Anderson into Declan Rice, who's going to go back as well to Masuaku, as we've got to try and break down this United team right here. Joel Aribo steps to the side onto Declan Rice. Can we get another before half-time? It would be fantastic, as Felipe Anderson one-on-one here is trying to just use skills to get away from Wan-Bissaka, but he reads him all day long. Is that a corner or a throw-in? It's another throw-in, and they're hard to get out of these corners with, as Lanzini straight away chests it, runs out of play. And how's the half-time whistle not gone? Come on, referee, just blow it. Visca, don't let him get to the other side of the field, as there we go. It is 1-0 still to us at half-time. Boos ringing round at half-time from Man United. Maybe some changes to be made, as Chelsea and Leicester, hopefully I don't have to play one of them in the next round. 0-0. And we are so far 1 foot into a semi-final again. And it's the two-legged semi-final, the Carabao Cup, isn't it? So we should be alright. It isn't at Wembley, so hopefully that's good for the confidence. And we can't get knocked out by like Norwich City again, who did us in one-leg last season in the FA Cup semi. As Abbott round the corner though, Lanzini, we've got to focus on ourselves a little bit as Benedetto's tackled. And Paul Pogba has come on straight away in this second half. Oh my days, for Galbraith as well, the inexperienced one. So they're bringing on a big playmaker, as he'll be good in this game. As Bruno, no, that's a dive, of course it is. It's Bruno Fernandes, as now we've got to mark up. And Man United do look to be keeping the ball a little bit, but we have headed that one away to Lanzini. As Felipe Anderson, what can he do at this side? Give it over the side now to, yes, Abbott, who's going to run a little bit. Go on, Abbott. Go on, youth player. Do something for yourself, as it's straight to Lindelof. And Edin Visca running at us right here for United. Tries to get the ball around the corner, but Niakate, very solid addition to this squad, you know. Won us the game, the last game that is, on penalties as well. So very thankful for that, as hopefully this one doesn't go to penalties. But saying that, I don't want penalties myself, but I don't think Man United will beat us, judging by real life, as Abbott can't get that ball over the top. I have made a change as well, as he's going to come off the youth player. Just want to add some experience with Goncalves, who of course did play well against them last time. I mean, Abbott, really solid for a first start in the Carabao Cup, so I do think he's a player for the future, that right-hand side midfielder. As Pogba running at us again here, over the top, Visca. United still growing into this game, those have done us. 20 minutes to go, just see this out. Ogbonna, now Pogba, Van der Beek, we've got to keep running after them, as who's this? It's Traore, as it's on to him again, and it's through the middle now to Martial, has been put through with a shot, and oh, it's gone in. Darren Randolph, I think he should have saved that, as Anthony Martial has got them level. I thought we were seeing this through till the end, but Darren Randolph has other ideas. That's Fabianski, that last season. Shocking goalkeeping, just dives very slow to the right-hand side, which the shot wasn't hit with that much power. It like came off the top of his boot a little bit and just curled up, but what can you do? But actually, I know what we can do. We can try and win this, as Man United have kept a team similar to their last game as well, so We know they're going to be more tired than us probably, as Declan Rice though turns out he is tired, as I might get Souček on if he's not in the reserves, as it's now Van der Beek onto Upamecano, onto Wan-Bissaka. 10 minutes. I don't want penalties, but I'd take them at this point, as the penalty taker is through. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Bonner though. Brilliant tackle. Still not as threatening as I'd want it to be, as Bruno Fernandes. Now onto Edin Visca, who gives it back to Van der Beek. Now Bruno again. As Masuaku runs across and gets a double tackle in. One on Paul Pogba, who's down just arguing with the referee. So we've got chance here to counter-attack. It's going to be Benedetto, but terrible ball trying to beat Telles. Just see it out now, boys. I'd take penalties, even though they have dived the right way twice. De Gea saved one of them in the last game, but didn't save this one, as they've actually given us the ball as well. Benedetto, get through this little gap and start running, but no. Blocked, and Paul Pogba to come away, as it will be penalties for the second time in a row. And we actually had penalties against Tottenham in this round last time, after beating Wolves the round before in penalties. This time we beat Palace on the round before, and now we have United. Don't be a repeat. Didn't make any changes with the penalty takers as well, bringing them on as Randolph. Please, I have faith now, as he went down very, very slow. But Bruno to put it in. We're going to try and copy the corner, as Benedetto did score his one in the game. And he's missed his second against De Gea. Now Martial, so that is not a good start. We scored all the penalties last time. And Darren Randolph, have you got Karius gloves on, mate? That was an easy, easy save. As now it's down to Emmanuel Lanzini against David De Gea, and didn't put it to the side enough. Shocking penalties. We didn't score any of them against Tottenham last time, and that's what let us down, as Paul Pogba against Darren Randolph. Dive this way, as he buries it in the top corner. And we are terrible at penalties. We've got to score. We've got to score. If we miss or it gets saved, we have literally just bottled it straight away, as Felipe Anderson in game was okay and does score to keep us in it, but we have to save this one. Darren Randolph against Telles. I know which way I'm diving, as he does save it. Can we get a little bit of a comeback? I don't know, as Declan Rice, the captain. I mean, I'm going to go for this top left. I mean, it's not very accurate, so I'm just going to leave it till there. Please don't miss, as that's it over anyway. It's 2 defeats to Manchester United in a row. And David De Gea, unlike real life, is the hero here. Out in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup on penalties once again. It's a hard one to take, as look at Villa's score. 6-0 against Watford. Reading even beating Manchester City. Chelsea going through. And if he would have won penalties, I'd say we're second favourites for this. Reading, Villa and Chelsea. I would have loved that. Not to be though, as we are still 10th in the league as well. We actually do have a gap over 11, so hopefully we don't get any lower, but we do play Wolves, who are above us by 3 points on the weekend as well, in a congested fixture month, and City after it. We've got to get 3 points. And we've actually got the risk of losing 2 players right here, Nathan Trott and Felipe Anderson, who I think I do want to keep hold of. You know, it's been okay, but Trott I think I will release. We've got his youth keepers coming through, as well as West Brom, West Ham refixtured. West Ham versus Swindon. I guess that's his FA Cup game, which we should be winning that one. The team we put out against Wolves has to be the strongest, and is, with Dragowski in goal, Kufal, Zima, Ogbonna and Aaron. Still preferring Zima over Ogbonna despite his good game, with Hammond, Rice, Souček and Anderson, Goncalves and Borja Mayoral up front again. So we must get the victory right here with Man City afterwards. I don't have faith in, but maybe that's a bit pessimistic. We've got to win. We've still got to win this one, even if we are going to win City as well. So please, boys, don't let us down. Wolves actually having a good season in this at the moment. So we've lost the game, as Raul Jimenez gets the winner and even missed a penalty, and they deservedly win it as well. We are in a little bit of a rut. Done well in the Europa League, but that needs to be better, so we are still in 10th. Wolves will be flying into them Europa League spots now, as we are like 5 points off of them. I know we've got a hard run right now, so I'm not too disheartened. When we get going, we've got January after these games. We've got Swansea, Swindon, West Brom in a row. That is 3 games. We need to win all of them and just pump ourselves back up with, as we have City away at the Etihad. Still want to win in this one, despite saying that, as I am going to go with the same team again as well. Don't need to show you. Yes, it just lost, but I have got faith. When I play with this one, I can play a lot better and hopefully beat City. That's what we want to do. We don't want a point here. We can't really deal with the point. It would be good against City, but we need wins at the moment. And Manchester City's lineup, as it's snowing as well. Should have changed the ball type with Ederson, Cancelo, Lenglet, Laporte and Mendy. It's a good defense with Pavlovic, Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne. Mahrez, Jesus and Sterling. At least they haven't still got a new striker, which I thought they'd needed, as Aguero's still there a season after. They've kept Jack Harrison as well on the bench, who, of course, is very, very much rumoured to go to Leeds United after his, loan to buy clause is accepted, as yes. Going to go into this game hoping for something. And let's just go for it. Why not? You've only got one game away at the Etihad all season, which you're always expected to lose. So we'll just put everyone to the forward pumpers. Mayoral has a chance here as well. Borja Mayoral has a man across the box and stick a foot out. Woeful shot, but still, I mean, Goncalves was in the middle as it's gone right now to Riyad Mahrez. Over the top, he's going to get the ball again as he's inside of Issa Diop. And Diop almost reads it, but they've still kept the ball. Mahrez now tackled by Declan Rice as, Cancelo's there again though, and Mahrez to give it to Ante Pavlers around the corner to Mahrez. They're going to come at us again, but Souček this time reading. Hammond with a throw-in into Declan Rice. Oh, it's a good ball across to Kufal. Very, very quick, which it needed to be, as Souček now turns out into Declan Rice. Needs to try and get that through that gap, but Pavlers reads, and Declan Rice with a swipe at him, as City haven't really threatened in the first 18 minutes, which is very good for my liking, but should have took a lead with Mayoral, to be fair, thinking about it more. But here they come. Can they try and get through the middle? No, because Kufal reads, and it's going to be a corner ball. Dreaded one. They've got Laporte and Lenglet in this box. It goes front post to Jesus, and it might just fall in, but Dragowski, I think, kept it out with the little flick he got on it, as Lenglet's tackled as well. We've got a man staying down at the edge of our box. I don't know who it is. I think it's Goncalves, as Sterling snapped, but we'll play on. Don't give that advantage, as yes, Mahrez, just send them back. Don't want them coming forward, but Mahrez is still on the ball. He's got men all in front of him, so we're not letting him through. But Zima's been rounded. Now in the middle to De Bruyne, who gives it to Pavlers. Out to Sterling. Sterling, we've missed it. It's back in the middle to Mahrez, and the skill was obscene. It's Manchester City 1, and there's nothing that I could have done. That's just quality shining through, keeping the ball in them scenarios. And of course, I've got Goncalves off now for Lanzini, done the quick sub, because he is injured. Goes from bad to worse as Riyad makes it worse in the first place. Need to try and get his heads back into this one, as now Declan Rice across to Thomas Souček. Forward to Lanzini, who's going to put that ball through, you know. And we might just get on that. Cancelo took out by Mayoral, as now it's on to Aymeric Laporte. Around the corner into Rodri. Just got to keep chasing him down. And it looks like Max Aarons is injured. It's Toby in the top corner. Haven't seen him go down, but might have to take his left back off as well, which is making this game really, really difficult for us, as Jesus has the gap in the middle as well. Tackle from Kufal. And I really thought that was a penalty. Got away with one. Finally got away with something. As now it's Declan Rice. Can we try and counter from it? From the bad mistake? You never know, as Lanzini off the bench now has the ball. Got Mayoral making the run around. Can he get there? No. Benjamin Mendy just with the foot. As we've got 5 minutes to see this half out. Probably make some more changes. Get Aarons off if he's injured, because we do want to keep him for the easy running, because he is one of our best players. As Jesus going to the side into Rodri. Now De Bruyne. Everything going right for City. As now it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne over the top. Souček easily away. And now Borja Mayoral to run it away. What's Borja going to do, though? He's got Hammond down that line. Not really, though, because he is offside. And he has kept the ball. I thought he'd lost it then to Mahrez. So we're going to go to the right-hand side. Can we get something with a cross right here? Felipe Anderson. Not going to cross it instead. Going to go inside to Jay. Hammond needs to get away from the defence. Pass it back. Now pass it forward again. And Rice tripped. Surely tripped, but nothing given once again. And we go to half-time 1-0 down with plenty of injuries in the camp. Very, very poor, but it's Manchester City, isn't it? So it's never going to be an easy running. 2 yellow cards as well. What are we doing, boys? It just looks like we're setting ourselves up to crumble in the second half. Hopefully I'm wrong, though, as Masuaku straight on the field and passes it to Hammond, who gets a shove in the back and nothing given. I'm sick of it now, as now it's into Gabriel Jesus, as he can't get the ball around. Declan Rice making the run. Jesus tackles him, but we still do have the ball. Now it's into Issa Diop. Get that through that gap. And yes, we have got it through the gap. Lanzini. Now onto Borja Mayoral. It might actually not be a bad second half, because Borja running through, defenders out of his way, but still has to go back with Laporte watching him all the way. And now into Thomas Souček, who's going to give it back to Anderson. Running the show, pulling the strings. He's going to give it across the box. What a ball. Lanzini, and he's put it wide. Manuel, what are you doing? A huge chance. He's missed 2 in this episode so far. and that should have been us level. Monumentous miss, as it's still on his feet though, and is going to get the pass off to the side into Souček. So we are actually doing well in this second half. Still got to try and keep going for a goal. Consistent keeping possession is what we need. So Souček lays it off to Lanzini again. On to Souček again, as I need Felipe Anderson on it. He was our brightest spark in the first and looks like the second half, as can't get that ball around the corner with Souček though, who does look a bit tired. Need to keep him, I think, off the field later on to keep him for the good games, as I'll put Joel Aribo on as Zimmer puts it around the corner though. Souček again, and it's a poor cross. And Souček with the ball out wide now to Jay Hammond, as he's going to try and cut in. Gives it to Declan Rice. Now on to Souček, as we've got 20 minutes left, and this second half has belonged to us, apart from when Diop gives it away. So Manchester City back on it. Pavelursa onto João Cancelo, down the line to Mahrez, but we're reading the ball every time. This second goal of the game needs to come to us, and I think if it does, we might have a comeback on. Lanzini's running towards this side as well. I think I want to swap. And Lanzini running to the right as well. I think I need to switch in with Felipe Anderson, because Felipe is playing really good, and Lanzini's missing the shots down the middle. So yeah, swapping him round is probably the best option, because he's not doing much when he's stuck out wide, as he gives it back to Koufal. Now in the middle to Lanzini again. On to Borja Mayoral. Tries to turn out. Now pull it back again. Give it into Hammond, as it's just too many touches. We're trying to recreate Mahrez's goal too much. Now working it around really smartly, as he has come off the field as well, Riyad. As we're going to pass this through to Borja Mayoral. Read straight away from Aymeric Laporte. Every time I try to open my mouth, we get tackled. And when I don't, we just keep in possession rather smartly. As now it's on to Rodri on the field with his tucked in shirt like always. Now Kevin De Bruyne, who's been very, very quiet. It's only Mahrez who's been lively, and Pavelursa has actually done well. Says a youth player. With just 10 minutes to go in this one. Gabriel Jesus turns. Diop. Make sure he doesn't get red carded, which is good. But the ball straight through to Jesus. Comes out Dragowski and makes a brilliant stop. As we've still got 5 minutes to go. They're going to make all the changes now, City. As Rodri throws it into Raheem Sterling. Just got to keep watching this ball. Try and nip him when we can. And just try and pace it down the field, I guess. So Rodri back on it. Into De Bruyne. Into Jesus. If it's 2, it's done. As Diop with a tackle. And this is the chance. Declan Rice get this through the gap, as it's perfectly done. On to Souček. Through to Felipe Anderson, who I said was the best player. What a counter-attack this could be. Felipe Anderson has missed. Edison with the save, as it's gone in though from Jay Hammond, who is onside, and I thought he was off. I really thought he was offside, but we have levelled it against second place Manchester City with the youth player tapping it home. And that brings a rather poor episode to a pretty decent end. Souček, I'm so glad I didn't take him off, to be honest. I said I was gonna, but wins the header to just give it to Hammond, who I thought was offside, but Cancelo keeping him on, and Edison, no chance at getting to that, my friend. As long as it was accurate, it was going in. 90th minute leveller. I said I wanted the result. I said I didn't really want to draw at the start of the game because we needed wins, but the way the game's panned out, I will 100% take a point. But still, we've got the ball with Declan Rice. Could we do something better? No, because he's misplaced the pass. Just see Jesus going backwards. Don't let him come forwards, as we get a point finally in Manchester and in December against the blue side, though, as we've got the win in the snow. Oh, the leveller in the snow, and yes, we haven't lost to second place, which is a good result. Doesn't help us climb the table though, as we stay in 10th everywhere, really staying the same. 6 points off 7th place Arsenal, which isn't good. As Goncalves is out for 5 days, and Aarons is out for 5 days as well, so they will miss these easy fixtures, hopefully easier fixtures, but still I didn't want them out, as I'm going to check overall who we have next. Go to the calendar. We have Swansea, West Brom, Swindon, Man City again, and then Watford, which I think that should be easier. Villa is well in there, Liverpool, then the next month Fulham, and Lille. Lille is the team we have, of course, in the next round of the Europa League in February, so I'm actually a bit unhappy that I saw that. I would have liked to not have it on my mind, but I know they're a good team now, so it's going to be very hard, but we've got 2 legs to make it right. As thank you guys for watching this episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel if you love this series as much as I do playing it, because although I'm losing, I'm actually really enjoying it. Get that notification bell switch on as well, as it's very early on in the morning. Apologies if I'm going really fast, but I'm off back to bed. Take care everyone, in a bit, and peace.